excited. I am primarily a percussionist, but I did go through school on trombone. Where did Vaughn go? Oh, on trombone. You all have a great deal of instruments. Okay, I need to find out a couple of things. One, how do you feel? Thumbs up. You can tell me what adjective. It doesn't matter. Nervous? Not well. Okay, this is interesting. Why? I saw thumbs down.
The only two things, the piano was full volume when I got on, and we have a grand piano at our school, so I just like went full force on it, and we just got blasted. And also, I got on stage wrong, because I didn't know how to get on to the drum set, and I squeezed my way through.
Understood.
That's stressful. I'm sorry.
Is your hand up? Okay. Yes.
I did mess up a couple times on my solo, but this is to all soloists. Remind yourselves, when you are going to do a solo and you feel nervous and you're scared that people might make fun of you, remember that you had the courage to do it anyways.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I love that. Give that kid a clap.
So usually I'm like next to the drum set and that's how I keep beat sometimes, but then I lost the beat, so I messed up on the congas and on the claves.
Understood. Yes.
It was like a little stressful to figure out what to play because they only had like one set of actual mallets for like the vibraphone, so we had to figure out what to do.
Did you figure it out?
Yes.
Fantastic. Anyone else feel like sharing? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
I thought the picture was kind of weird because I didn't know they didn't give a countdown on the picture, so I was turning the other way.
That's what happened last year.
Understood.
A couple photos.
This is so interesting to me, right? For a number of reasons. And let me back up a bit. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more up from a conceptual place and a philosophical place. You have a wonderful teacher who I understand and I can tell from what you're hearing concerning the technique of your instrument and the technical aspects of the music. It's really strong. Okay, it's really strong. But what we're discussing now, there's these three components we believe that sort of outline what this music is, and that is blues, swing, and improvisation, right? I really believe in these things. And what you all are talking about is the blues, right? There's this notion that there are things going wrong. You don't have proper mallets, or you don't have the room, or you're used to an acoustic piano. All these things, this is the sort of adversity that you have to come through when you're approaching the music. And as a listener, I want you to know that you did so very well. Very, very well. And for me, that's like the very beautiful thing about the blues in itself, right? There's always this feeling of optimism. So do you guys listen to the blues, first of all? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You do? So you hear these themes about somebody left me and now you don't know what to do. Have you heard these themes? They're often rather negative things that happen in our lives, but somehow the music, the bending of those notes produced a very optimistic feeling inside of us. Does that make sense? So if you approach your music from that standpoint, understanding what your mission is, when you play something like the blues, we will feel that, we being the audience. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe so, a little bit. Let's try it. And go with me here, go with me here. Pick any random note in your head. Do not tell me what that note is going to be. Okay? Do not tell me what that note is going to be. Put your instruments to your face for a second. And only using that note, that one note, I want you to play a sad feeling. Okay? Using that note, play a sad feeling. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Stop.
Almost diminished.
Stop. Use that same note. Use that same note and play a happy feeling. It's your decision. Your decision, okay? 1, 2, 3. Stop. Do you notice a difference? Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Well, what's the difference? Shout it out. Let me know. What's the difference?
Kind of exciting.
Louder, higher notes. What else? Anything else?
Slightly more hopeful.
Slightly more hopeful.
I don't know.
No, and it's cool not to know. Slightly more hopeful. This is your intention inside the music, okay? You are playing the music very strong. In terms of your technical prowess, it's good. It's very well done. But there is intention that a jazz musician adds behind the note. This is why a Louis Armstrong, anybody know Louis Armstrong? Yeah. You will hear Louis Armstrong singing about the love of his life being gone, but it feels so good. Does it make sense? So I want you guys to really focus into the intention behind the notes you're playing. Can you pick any section of the music, of any song that you have?
Let's do the Louis Armstrong piece. Let's all get it out, please. Put up some barbecue.
And you can find any, I don't know, 8 bars there you go.
I chose E flat and then C. It's a gift for you. No, don't pick it. Oh my god. We're never gonna be allowed to be here again. I need to ask, how were we in that is like the most important.
Coda, find coda, please. They find the coda. All in unison there, rhythmically.
Great. And you can even count the band off, because I want to really listen in.
All right. Here we go, coda. Now, I messed up. How did I mess up? I went a little too slow on this piece. Did you notice? I wanted to go quicker, and I didn't look at my metronome for whatever reason. Silly me. Here we go. Back. 2. Big breath.
Good. How do you feel about this right now? Immediate response. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Good. This is called Stromers and Barbecue. Have you ever had some, disgusting barbecue?
Yes.
Something that didn't taste so good? Like it wasn't. Can we play that same bit? I want you to think about that. Think about the taste of that nasty barbecue. And it's gotta be, you gotta be hungry. You just came off the playground or swimming or whatever you were doing, and you're ready to eat, okay? Play that same bit, but keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Not enough sauce on it. It tastes bad. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Absolutely. You feel that? Yeah, I see you laughing there. Did you feel the difference in your band? You see how your intention added, even your cadence was a little sluggish at the end? That's positive. Let's play the same section. And this time, it's got to be the best tasting barbecue you've ever tasted in your entire life. From the best place you've ever been in your entire life. And it satisfied your craving after you were on the playground, after you got out of the pool. You ready? Play it like the best tasting barbecue you ever had.
1, 2, 1, 2.
You hear that? Do you feel that? Do you feel the difference? It will take your musicianship to a whole nother level, right? After you have your foundation, which you do, you have the technical ideas down that you want to, you know the song. I would imagine I could probably turn your stands around and you could play it without looking at it. I would imagine. Can we do that? Let's go. Whoever wants to try, let's give it a shot. Fantastic. Fantastic. Just that section.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
On your channel.
Or not. 1, 2, short, bang.
Fantastic. Keep your stance turned around. We're going to stay here, okay? This is the intention that you're putting inside the music before you even play the notes. It humanizes the music, if I could say it that way, right? So you want to do this when you're playing. I want to add another piece that's very important in our music, in jazz, right? This dynamic range, right? And when people say good dynamics, I mean, I play drums, so often when they say it to me, they just want to play softer, right? I get it, you know? But it works on both ends, okay? So I'm gonna try a couple of things with you guys. Same music that we just played. Do me a favor, and we're going to play that same amount of music as if it is the first thing in the morning, okay? The first thing in the morning. What sound would you like to hear first thing in the morning? Don't tell me, just we're gonna put it through our instruments. You ready?
One, two, 3.
Okay, talk to me. What were you thinking? What were you feeling? Talk to me. Yes.
Okay, well, usually when I wake up, I'm like, I'm trying to roll out of bed, and then one time I fell off the floor trying to roll out, but, and then, throughout the morning when I'm getting ready, it's more, like, fast-paced, and I feel more awake, so I was feeling more like crescendos and forte pianos.
I hear you. Anybody else? Yes.
When I wake up, I'm usually just really tired, so then I usually just get more energy, so that's kind of cold water in the face.
I wake up.
Cold water in the face helps. Yes, I see your hand.
I started out really quiet, then like slowly got louder, and in the end I got quiet at the last 3 notes.
Good. Yes.
I still play, but me personally, when I wake up, I just kind of want to hear nothing.
Ooh. Understood. Yes.
Usually when I wake up and I'm trying to go back to sleep. So I play like really soft and I got louder and I got softer.
I like what. Yes. I like that.
When I wake up, I want to go back to sleep, but I can't.
Understood. Yes.
I just wake up, check social media, and then go back to sleep.
I think a lot of us do that sometimes, along with the snooze button. Yes, and then you.
I wake up and I don't want to hear high-pitched stuff, so I play Octavolo.
Ooh, I hear you.
When I get woken up in the morning, I will get out of bed and then the moment in which I stand up, I instantly feel like, I think I'll go back to bed.
This is fantastic. So we're talking about what happens when we get up, right? And we're getting ready to start our day. Can we play that same amount of music? And I want you to think about the feeling you have or the expression that you would play if you're going to sleep. If you're going to sleep or trying to go to sleep.
1, 2, 3.
Now I got some questions. I think I believe the reed section up here. I think I believe the low brass section, but I'm curious about you guys. The sound you played, would you play that sound on your way to sleep? Bip-bop, bip-bop. On your way to sleep? Yes.
A lot of times I'll have a long day, but then I'm like so energetic, so when I try to go to sleep, I'm just laying there for like 2 hours, like I can't go to sleep because I have so much energy.
Would the sound you play help you?
No,
Well, there you go.
but it's how I'm feeling.
Understood. I respect that. Understood. Yes.
So usually, like Rio said, but for some reason I like, if I have to do something, I shut down and I'm about to pass out, but as soon as I get home, I'm like bouncing off the walls, which is why there's a hole in one of mine. Basically, but at the end when I'm like forced to go to bed, I'm aggressively rolling, and then randomly if I hold still for 2 seconds I pass out. So I went from a very loud high E to a very low piano C.
Understood. So yes and yes. Yes.
Every time I try to go to bed, I feel tired, and then I get up to go to the bathroom or something, and then as soon as I get back, I feel like I don't want to go to bed anymore. I don't feel tired.
Opposite. When I try to go to bed, I just sit there and overthink for about 10 minutes, and then I just instantly pass out. So when I played, I was just playing, I was trying to play, but then just like a bunch of random notes.
Let's try the same thing again. And we're going to play as if you're trying to put the newborn baby to sleep. In trumpet players, the newborn baby was born like 4 days ago. Okay?
Oh no.
So approach it, you're trying to put this baby to sleep.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Percussionist, I commend you. I see what you did there. That's awesome. That's awesome. You see the difference?
Yeah.
So one thing I will challenge you on, when you play at that lower dynamic or the softer dynamic, don't lose your intensity, right? It doesn't matter if you're playing at a higher range, just try to keep the same amount of intensity, right? So we're talking about your intentions here. We're talking about your intensity in terms of your dynamics. We're a little bit out of time, which is a little frustrating to me at this very moment. But if you take nothing else away from here, I want to challenge you guys. Again, your skill set is strong. I think it will continue to be strong as long as you practice. Add some intention in the music, because I think that's what separates jazz from a lot of other things. It's the intention, right? So pay attention to, if you're talking about strutting at the barbecue, try to play the song like you have a connection with barbecue. Any song, listen to the songs and understand that the masters of our music, the Ellingtons and Louis Armstrong, they were trying to communicate the same way I'm communicating with words. So I would challenge you all to do that in your music, okay? As you go forward, you don't have to like change it tomorrow, but just keep those intentions in your mind. Play with feeling, play the blues, play those dynamics with intensity and intention, no matter what they are, okay?
Outstanding.
Cool?
Outstanding. Give us a clap.
Yes.
I learn every time I come.
Oh,
Thank you, man.
man, wonderful job. Yes, questions?
Okay, so this is about a different song about performance. It's really important to me. So in the part where the trumpets go really high in Agua, how well did we do on a scale of 1 to 10?
I can never do 1 to 10. I can only do 1 to 5. I don't know why. As a section, I think you all were well balanced. As a section. It didn't sound like that on my side, but Mr. Carlson will be the perfect person for that. I'm sure he was listening.
How many made a mistake? We all did, right? I too. Now,
And I was just listening.
how many moved on from mistake, got back in the moment, and tried to make the most of what was left? That's awesome, and that's maturity, kids. You guys are amazing. Pack it up.